Hi, everybody. Let's do a visual image of some ideas for the comparison essay. First of all, I'll title this. Um, this is called the Miro board, and it's free. Okay, and um, you can use this to give you on your computers to give you some ideas about um, you can use this board to give you some ideas of like how to create your essay. It works great with the touchscreen, so like a tablet or a touchscreen computer. I think it's probably a little bit small or I should say, an iPhone is a little bit small, but I've used this before and it works pretty good. So, what we're looking at is the comparisons between Jim Crow and Nazism, right? Now, you could do a Venn diagram, but I don't like Venn diagrams because I always run out of room. So, I tend to like doing a mind map. And, there's all different ways to do that. This is just the way that I would do it. Um, right, right. So you can kind of, start with um, the topics in the center, and then, you can kind of, you know, do whatever shapes you want out to here, right? So one thing that they have in common was um, ban on intermarriage, right? Um, and then if you want to get fancy, you can draw a line to it, right? That was one thing, was ban on intermarriage, right? Um, Remember, we don't have to do very many points of comparison, but it's better to over compare to get too many notes than to limit them down, right? The other part, what another area that they were similar on was um, separation of public facilities, right? And then, right, so then again, you could draw a line connecting them. You can kind of have fun with it. That's why I like this program or this app, this Miro board, because um, sometimes it helps just to be able to, you know, draw things out, right? In public facilities. Another feature that they had in common was um, limited professional organizations and professions. Right? So you can kind of, again, just kind of having fun with it, drawing things out. And those are basically our three main points. Right now, I can move this around a little. See, the great thing about this board is that I can move these things around and give myself more room to work. Oops. Give myself more room to work. It's all like that. Right. So abandoned intermarriage. So right. So we can also add a few more features to that. Right. On the abandoned intermarriage, what we really also have is um, in Germany. In Germany, um, intermarriages were dissolved, or non-Germans non-Germans who insisted on remaining married often considered Jewish, right? And you can kind of just connect the two of those ideas together. And then, as you know, thinking about, you know, thinking about Jim Crow, um, as you know, um, marriage was never allowed between races, right? We know that, but secret affairs did occur. So we can kind of, start to make, connections. I mean, we could be, then again, that this is going to be in the Jim Crow system, and I should specify that that would be for Jim Crow, so I could just put a sticky note in for Crow, something like that, because I forgot to mention it over there, right? Separation of public facilities, um, you know, say, um, both, whoops, add some text here, whoops, add some text, both Jews and African Americans were banned from restaurants, 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 again, whoops, parks and theaters, and in Germany, public transportation, public transportation. Right, so we did that. Again, you can make the connection there, right? And this one here, you could again put another shape up here, and Jews who had been in professions were fired or um, no longer allowed to um, obtain new licenses. Right? On the other hand, the difference is that for African Americans, initially education was banned, right? So you could say like initial. Whoops, that's too small. That's even too small. Oh, goodness. That's too big. Initially, never mind. Initially, from the start, from the start of slavery in 1619. Oops, in 1619, slaves were forbidden to learn and to be taught how to read and write. Um, After the Civil War, The Civil War should be capitalized, but these are notes. The Civil War. Um, they were prohibited or intimidated into not going into education. Right? And to some degree, that's still what's happening today. Right? And so we can shrink the whole board. You can see I can shrink the whole board there, and then I can again just draw an arrow connecting it. That's the start of a comparison mind map. I hope that this gives you some ideas. And if you have any questions about how to use the Miro board, please put the questions in the discussion board area, questions and answers discussion board, and I will figure out a way to do a tutorial on this. I'm looking forward to reading your papers on Sunday. Have a good night and a happy Halloween. Stay home. Don't go trick-or-treating. And don't go to big parties.